So we're seeing all over the country civil courts beginning to open up and bringing cases in to be tried before a jury. Obviously, that creates a lot of issues during this COVID pandemic, as how are we going to pick the jury, and more importantly, who is only going to be on the jury pool? My name is Saul Gruber from Gruber Trial Consulting, and we're helping lawyers all over the country try to deal with this new normal and discuss how we're going to pick jurors. One of the things that we see in multiple states is that when a juror receives a summons, if they have any nervousness at all about COVID and about being with other people, they're automatically excused. And just as important is if they're being called to come into for jury duty and they don't want to wear a mask. They think it's their constitutional right not to wear a mask. They have that type of mindset, they're being excused. And the theory is you're taking out people from the left and from the right, at least the people that are on the edges, and you should have a middle of the ground juror. I don't know that I agree with that, but that's certainly the thought process. One thing is, I believe for sure, if you're trying a case now, you're probably losing about 50% of the pool of jurors that you would have had beforehand. Now, that doesn't mean you don't try the case. You just have to realize that it's going to be a much more right-leaning juror, and you're going to have to come up with you're going to have to frame your issues, come up with ideas that appeal to that person. That's just the nature of the beast. And quite frankly, I think we're doing that anyway, right? We're trying to pinpoint who can hurt the case, and we're trying the case to those people and arming the jurors who agree with us, at least our mindset, and arming them with information they can convince the juror who doesn't. So that's what we're dealing with, but it's really a dangerous road right now, especially with the election coming up. I definitely recommend that if you're going to try a case in an area, you do some sort of focus group, whether you do it yourself, whether you hire a company to do it for you, but you need to get the lay of the land and find out exactly what people are thinking. That's really important, even more important now because of the what's going on in the country. Are people going to look at pre-existing conditions or comorbidities different than they did before a week ago? Are people going to look at nursing home, if it's a nursing home case, nursing home employees at heroes? Are they going to be looking at medical professionals at heroes? You've got to deal with that. The codes, as Don Keenan would teach us, the codes are changing. Be ready for that. But the most important thing is understand that your jury pool is about to be limited. The last thing you want to figure out is how are you going to bring witnesses in? I get the feeling that the days of witnesses flying across the country, especially experts, to try to take testimony in cases are over. That you're either going to do a Zoom of them or do the old-fashioned video of your experts. That's something that's not going to change. What is scary now is that's also going to apply to a lot of the lay witnesses. So know that, prepare your case for that, and then you'll do fine. Again, this is Saul Gruber. If you like this trial tip, please hit subscribe. We'd love to have you as one of our fans, so to speak. And don't forget to look for our podcast, The Jury Thinks What, anywhere you get your podcasts.